your grandfather, Charles Van Thompson Sr. Awesome. You think back, it's just things that you wish you paid attention more, you know, and you wish you just could drink it in a little bit more. Because when it's gone, the only taste that you have, which is a great taste, it's an awesome taste from the Lord, is your memory and what God bless you with to have and to hold and to cherish. And I tell you, he, of course, he had a big giant record collection, and yours truly, your father, my father's son, one of them anyway. I don't think the other ones did as much destruction as I did. Destroyed at least, I think it was about 500 records, 545s. And, I would have to say, thank the Lord that I wasn't there when he came home and saw all of these classical records in this heap inside a sack, all broken up, because I was flying them around the room, like they're flying saucers, not giving a thought of what he paid for them, what they mean to him, anything. And as I said, I say thank the Lord that I wasn't there, because perhaps I wouldn't be here telling you this story right now. And I remember he wanted to curse, he wanted to swear, he wanted to do all kinds of things. And I could tell he was restraining himself because I was at your Grandma Humphrey. And he called me and he, Chuck, Chuck. And I knew exactly what it was. When your name is called differently, you're in trouble. Chuck, you duck. He wanted to swear and he called me a duck. I may the Lord bless me not to have to go through something like that. And again, I'm still alive to tell you the story, but for him to forgive me for something like that, I tell you the truth, to just destroy your treasure troves of music, which you cannot find today, not on 45 certainly, which sound better back in the day. But now, that's why I believe God took that and put it in me, inculcated all of that music that I destroyed. And those are the songs that I love. If I had any clue, I could have preserved things a little bit better. But God has blessed me to preserve it a little bit this way, and especially the memories. And thank God for the memories, because he's blessed me with a good one, and may the Lord bless me to continue to have them. But I tell you, the movements, like you see the movements of your pops here, which this video is not that good, but you get a little taste of it. I can still remember how my father would sing Sam Cooke. Now everybody's father probably sung Sam Cooke. Nobody sounds like Sam Cooke, nobody, including yours truly, but I'm going to sing it because I want to take you back. I want to transfer you back to that time when I was just looking at him. And, it was, whether it was in the car or in the house or at a job, which he blessed me to go to with him. Awesome memories there as well. But just the way he was singing. And in one particular one, it's not the normal one that everybody goes to. It was the best things in life are free. And when you think about that song title in itself, it is. It's profound. The best things in life are free. Sitting with your pops, sitting with your mother, sitting with your family, and just singing or going over stuff. And I want to tell you about several things, but first, you know what? Actually, before I sing pops, okay, the best things in life are free. I'd like to go even back before that, because there's something that I want to talk to you about in regards to your cousins, my cousins, because you were recently in Chicago, and I tell you, I did not love and appreciate and cherish them enough in no certain terms. Now, the Feast of Trumpets is just over, and of course it pictures Christ's return. By the way, I'm here in the Philippines. That's why you hear all this noise in the background, and the windows are open because it's hot. Anyway, growing up, your Aunt Audrey, I tell you, thank the Lord for her, first of all, because as best she could, she kept me on point and on key and reminded me how important all of my family was, especially those that loved me so much. We would go over their house and they would say, "Hey, Chucky, you're here." They would want to hug me, and I would just bam, just hit them. I don't know. I don't know. I did love them. I do love them, especially now, thinking back. But what an attitude problem. What a terrible child I was, especially to those who love me. And I want to tell you right now, here and now, it, you know, they say it's never too late, but sometimes it is. Sometimes it is too late. And for those, the reason why I'm sending this to you, Jenny, and I want to send it to them as well because I want them to hear it. I love you. Thank the Lord for you. Thank you for putting up with me, Chucky Van Thompson Jr. I still, again, about memories. I remember your cousins, Crunchy, oh my, Alfonso. May Lord bless us to see him very soon. Bring him up. Buster. And I forget who the other one was, but they did a contest. They did a contest down at Snap. I think it was the Mayflower on State Street. It used to be a movie theater, and then I believe they, let me get this out of the way here. Something came up on the screen. They closed it, and they changed it into something. Anyway, there was a talent show. Listen, God has blessed me. Now, I hope they can remember. Well, certainly they can, because they won. And it's just one of those songs that you would never hear on the radio again, except for in Chicago. Chicago, by the way, is in a time warp of music. They are back, way back. Herb Kent, still Tom Joyner, GCI, all of the awesome music stations back in the day. I don't know if they still have any of those, but they still, every time I was there, play that flavor, that time warp, that Back to the Future, awesome music that just transports you. And I still have that tune in my head, and they did it so smoothly. They had so much harmony. Now, I'm not going to have that harmony, okay? So you can put some earplugs in, but the song they won on was, was it Temptations? Who is that? Anyway, the harmony was, I'm sorry, I apologize. Okay, if I had done it, I would have lost. But God bless them to win. That was a wonderful night. And there's so many things. This is the reason why I wanted you to get together with your younger cousins to try to get that kind of flavor after the funeral of my father, your grandfather. But, of course, it was a disaster. Beanie, on that phone, too much. You still owe me money for that phone bill. In the Marriott Hotel, that's right. And I will come to collect. I love you, sweetie. I do. All is forgiven. Stay off the phone. Huh? Snap. Okay, getting back. They won that. Now, down at the Mayflower, I believe it was. You guys can correct me anytime you want. But all of that was like a blur. You know, you have such good times and such wonderful, blessed times that God has given you, and you don't pay anything for them. The best things in life are free. They're given to you as a gift from the great God of heaven. And all of them, while you're going through it, need to treasure it. Because soon it will be gone. And snap, there was so many things, and there's some bad stuff too, but those are still in my memories as well. I remember, wow, somebody had a fight in the alley on Mayfield, I think it was, the street they lived on, and still live on, some of the family anyway. And which your Uncle Crunchy used to own. I don't know if he still does. But they got their head busted in the alley. Okay? And I for some reason, I'm thinking it's Essie. Essie, I apologize if it wasn't you. I don't know what happened. All I know is there was a fight, and my mother got wind of it. My mother, Alberta Jewel Thompson, and I was at 5059 West Jackson, and she raced off with me. Now, I don't know if Audrey was with us. Maybe she was, because I was in the front seat, and I never sit in the front seat, because, Audrey always fighting me, Anyway, snap. My mother had on, your grandmother, okay, 70 years old, last year, January 6th, 2017, and I don't know. She had to be in her maybe late 20s, early 30s. I don't know. I was real young. I don't think we yet. No, that's right. I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, I believe. She had this black, I would only call it a meat coat. I don't know what kind of fur it was, but it was fur. And she took a gun out of the glove compartment. That's right, your grandmother, my mother, meek and humble and laughing and heart, soft as bubble gum. She took a gun, a pistol, out of the glove compartment and put it inside her coat. Then I saw a different person. She just transformed. I'm going to go, there's trouble, and I'm going to go take care of it. And now listen, cousins, I don't know if any of you ever heard this story before, but it's true. And if Audrey was in the car, she can, concur that it certainly did take place. And I was just shocked. It's like, I didn't even know you had a gun there anyway. And she put it in that coat pocket. And we went there, and all I can see, we got there, and there was some blood in the alley. I mean, there are other memories that you have. Of course, those are free too. But it is the transformation of the family coming together, united, whether there's happy times or there's sad times or tragic times, to protect and watch each other's back. That's just awesome. That's why I'm happy that you went to Chicago. Yet that's a tug from the Lord, pulling you, saying, hey, this, although it's a tragic situation in regards to Malachi. Wow. The scriptures on Malachi are awesome, by the way. That is where God says at the very end of the chapters of Malachi that Elijah must come and turn the hearts of the fathers to their children and turn their children's hearts to their fathers, lest the Lord come and strike the earth with a curse. Now, that's already in progress. And may the Lord intervene with that personality to come to minimize the curses on this land and throughout Chicago and throughout the entire United States and the whole house of Israel. And continually, it's just getting worse. And it's going to get worse, of course, until Christ returns. However, that doesn't mean it has to get worse with any of us. We need to come together with one heart, with one mind, with one accord, as The family rallied around whoever got hurt in that alley that fateful day as my mother sprung into action. Just awesome, just wonderful. And just being around my cousins, which I haven't seen all of them together. Well, first of all, it was 2003 in regards to Pop's death, Charles Thompson Sr. And then 2007, of course, when we had the family reunion. That was awesome. And I just want to apologize here. I haven't been to a lot of things, especially the last family reunion. And I'm very sorry. I'm an idiot. And the Lord is blessing me to get my act together. I can just tell you that much. And the Lord will also bless me to, there's no way to make up for stupidity or ignorance or neglect. But repentance is in order. And I'm doing that now. And certainly when I see you, we'll hug you and gather you and squeeze you and tell you I love you. And I'm so very sorry for the past. And but now God will bless me to make the present better. I promise you that. In many ways. And Lord willing, financially as well. Okay? But also for our future, which is bright and awesome and magnificent and beyond belief. Anyway, going back to your pops, going back to your papa, your grandfather, my father, Charles Thompson Sr., whose anniversary is coming up in November of his passing. And in the light of the tragic situation with Malachi, God will bring them back. You know this. But we all need to be reminded, nothing is lost. They are not lost. God knows right where to put his hand on and to bring them back to, and everyone else who has lived and died, and back together as one family. Awesome, God-filled reunion. And reminding us again, excuse me, that the best things in life are free. Now, and he would shake his head singing this song, I tell you. I'll just break in something I can recall the lyrics. Moons belong to everyone. The best things in life, they're free. Stars belong to everyone. They glitter there for you and for me. Flowers in spring, the robins that sing, sunbeams that shine, they're yours and for mine. Love can come to everyone. The best things in life, they're free. All of the good things, every one of the best things, the best things in life, they're free. Best things, baby, they're free. Free from the Lord, free from the taking. Remember them and cherish them forever. Praise the Lord. Amen. In Jesus' name.